Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Frontline Show. I am with Jake here, and today we are going to be talking about our top all-time players in each position in the NBA. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with what do you say, Jake? Point guards?
Point guards? You want to go first?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for point guards. Here's my list right now. I got Steph Curry number 1, Magic Johnson number 2, Isaiah Thomas number 3, Steve Nash number 4, and Oscar Robertson number 5.
My list is a bit different. I got the same players. I got Magic Johnson at 1, Steph Curry at 2, Oscar Robertson at 3, Isaiah Thomas at 4, and then Steve Nash at 5.
Okay, so let's go, I guess, dive into a little bit of explanation here as to why our lists are set up this way. So for me, Steph Curry, obviously, he's a game changer. He drains threes consistently every time, and he can't be stopped as far as his dribbling skills. He gets the ball around, makes plays. Obviously, a great passer. He's probably the franchise leader, and he's probably one of the best all-time shooters, passers. Gotta keep that in mind.
He's the best shooter of all time, and his handles are unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure. How about you? Why do you say Magic Johnson number 1?
I go Magic Johnson. He reminds me of a Ben Simmons, just better. He's big like him, and he sees the court very well. He's a great passer, and he led his team to a couple championships, 5 to be exact, and he won the MVP 3 times. So I put him at the 1 spot. And I'm with you. I put Steph Curry at 2. He's very, very deserving of that spot. What's your 3 spot or your 2 spot?
Yeah, for me, for my number 2, I had Magic because, he's a great passer. He has great playmaking ability, great vision. He gets the ball where he wants it to go. But he just wasn't quite on the tier that Steph Curry was for me.
I like it. For me, I put Oscar Robertson. He's a great player. He was leading in triple doubles. So I put him there. He won a championship, and I'm pretty sure he won the finals. Yeah, he won the finals once and a one-time MVP, and he averaged 25.7 points. Then at 4, I put Isaiah Thomas on the Bad Boys. I'd say he's one of my favorite point guards since he was a hustler, he was aggressive, always gave Michael Jordan a run for his money. So I put him at the 4th spot. He was very well deserving of that. And then at 5, I put Steve Nash. I love Steve Nash too. He's a great passer. I'd say his prime was on the Suns with Amari Stoudemire. He averaged, how many points? He averaged 14.3 points per game, and he was a 2-time MVP. So I liked him at the 5 spot.
Yeah, I had Steve Nash coming up at my 4th spot, actually, because I think he's a great shooter. He'd choose what shots he wants to take, and it's very selective. He doesn't just throw up threes. He doesn't just take random shots that he doesn't have a chance of making. He takes the time to actually set the form, make good shots.
Want to move into the shooting guards now?
Yeah, let's go for it. My list, I got Michael Jordan, then I have Kobe Bryant, then I have James Harden, then Allen Iverson, then Manu Ginobili coming up number 5.
I like your list. I think most people are going to have Michael Jordan at 1, Kobe Bryant at 2. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty obvious for most people.
Yeah, for sure.
So I totally agree with you there. I have Michael Jordan at 1, Kobe Bryant at 2, Allen Iverson at 3, then I have James Harden at 4, and Dwayne Wade at 5. I have, instead of James Harden at 3, I got Allen Iverson. I put him there because he was just a leader for the Sixers. In my opinion, I think he has the best handles of all time. But I will have to admit, James Harden is a better shooter. Had he averaged almost 40, was it, points per game in a month?
And I will say, James Harden is certainly becoming quite the defender, at least way more than he used to be.
I got to put Allen Iverson at the 3, though, because he made it to the finals. He came up short against Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. He still is a great shot, and he just takes over the game when he wants to.
Yeah. Who was at your 4 spot?
I had the Flash, Dwayne Wade. I love Dwayne Wade. I don't think I have to go into this much. Him and LeBron and Bosh on the Miami Heat, they were unstoppable. Almost. The Spurs beat him a couple times, but I think he's well deserving of this 5 spot.
Let's move on then to small forwards. All right, what's your list?
I got LeBron at 1, Larry Bird at 2, Kevin Durant, Dr. J, and then Kawhi Leonard. This
is probably the list that our players are the most different, to be honest, because I have LeBron at 1. I agree with you there. I think that's a given. He's probably... If I had an award to give to him, I think he would just obviously be the best player of all time, greatest player of all time, for sure. It's amazing what he's doing. But number 2, I have Dr. J, Julius Erving. Number 3, I have Kevin Durant. Number 4, I have Larry Bird. And then number 5, I have the Scottie Pippen.
I like your list a lot. We have some of the same players. I have Larry Bird over Kevin Durant because he always was able to control the game. I loved watching him and Magic Johnson duel head-to-head. And he was able to bring Boston many championships, and he will probably, in my opinion, be the best or second to best Boston Celtic of all time.
But I still think that Kevin Durant should be over Larry Bird. You know, Kevin Durant, what he's doing in the NBA and what he's done is honestly unbelievable. Like, he takes this opportunities to shoot amazing shots. He shoots threes and he drains them every time. And I think what he's doing is just incredible to me.
You want to hear why I put Larry Bird over Kevin Durant?
What's that?
Kevin Durant joined a 73-9 Golden State Warriors team to win the finals. I'm not putting him over Larry Bird. As many people know him, he's a snake. He just wanted a ring.
He was the Finals MVP. So
Larry Bird was too.
That's true.
And in my opinion, Larry Bird had a better shot.
But here's the thing though. Kevin Durant was the Finals MVP when he was competing against legends like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and he had great other players on his team.
Wow, they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers with only LeBron. Clap it up. Good job, Kevin Durant.
Okay, but who did Larry Bird compete against?
Magic Johnson. Yeah. I'd say his competition was way harder, way more aggressive.
What was your number 5
spot?
spot?
Back then was a lot harder. I had Julius Erving at 4, don't forget that. And I know a lot of people aren't gonna agree with me. I put Kawhi there since what he did with Toronto. I loved what he did there, and
the cheeky little buzzer beater against the Sixers. I don't like that.
Of the inbounder here, if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
Pains me. But yeah, he had a very big role with the Spurs when they won a couple chips. But he was just able to lead the Raptors to their first championship, so I had to put him there.
Yeah, he definitely carried them on his back. That's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't like watching that shot. It pained me.
Oh, it just rolled around the rim. It felt like it was rolling forever.
I put him at the 5 spot too because he's a great defender.
All right, let's move on to power forwards then. Who you got?
Starting with Tim Duncan, then I got Karl Malone, I got Chuck, which is Charles Barkley, Dirk Nowitzki, and then Kevin Garnett. How about you?
Ooh, you got Kevin Garnett coming in last. Okay. I got Karl Malone. First up, Karl Malone. Second, I got Tim Duncan. Then Kevin Garnett. Then Dirk Nowitzki. Then Charles Barkley, Chuck, the man.
I like your list. Yeah, we have the same players. I think everyone can agree Tim Duncan and Karl Malone will be the 1 and 2. They had great careers. Just a shame Karl Malone couldn't win one. He just always had Michael Jordan beating him, which was a shame. He deserves one.
Tim Duncan literally, like, he was the franchise player for the Spurs. You know, he built their team up, and it was like they built the team up around him, and it led them to 5 championships, something like that.
Yes, I believe so.
And then he's consistently good. He consistently makes his shots. He's a great all-around player in my opinion.
He's great fundamentals.
Yeah.
Who do you have as the 3? I had Charles Barkley.
I had Kevin Garnett. He made a difference because the way he played wasn't just centered around making shots.
He was aggressive.
He played aggressive. He played hard. He got the rebounds. He got boards. He played so that he could make opportunities for his teammates to get open, you know, make a lot of assists possible. And his mindset was more team-based than self-based. So I really like him for that.
You want to know why I got Charles Barkley at 3? In my opinion, when he was in his prime on the Suns, or you could say his prime was on the 76ers, I would say he was the second best player in the NBA behind Michael Jordan. He was so dominant in the NBA, so that's why I had him there. He won the MVP once, and he averaged 22.1 points per game, which is pretty good, pretty solid.
All right, dude, now we gotta talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Dirk Nowitzki, dude. I love this guy. He's an absolute. I will say it this time. He's an absolute legend. Okay.
Legend.
Okay.
I put him at 4 over Kevin Garnett because what he did in the finals in 2011, I believe, against the Heat. That's why
insane.
he deserved the 4.
For sure.
That Heat team was stacked. Everyone had them as the favorites, and then Dirk came in, proved everyone wrong, and won the finals.
Dude, he was the deadliest thing out of Europe since the freaking Black Plague. Like, this man's a legend.
Oh my god. His fadeaway was unstoppable. Yeah, I do like that, Nate.
yeah, thank you. Took me all day.
I had Kevin Garnett at 5, though, at the bottom, because when he won the championship with the Celtics, he had so many weapons around him with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. So that's why I put him at the 5 under Dirk.
I had Chuck at number 5 because, yeah, he had a great career. He was a little underwhelming to me, though, to be honest, because I don't know. I think when you're competing against top tier guys like Dirk Nowitzki, you just can't compete with him.
Kevin Garnett's defense was very good. He won a Defensive Player of the Year once.
I'm talking about Chuck, not Kevin.
Oh my bad. All right, just cut that. You know what to do, editor.
Yeah.
I have an honorable mention for this one. I have Bob Pettit. He was a 2-time MVP, played for the Hawks, and he 11-time All-Star. So I just wanted to throw him in there for my 6th spot.
All right, now let's move on to centers. I think we can both agree Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just absolute top tier. You know, probably, what would you say? Probably the third best?
Third best behind LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, all-time, any position players, I'd say third best as well. You know.
6-time MVP, which is the most all-time, I believe. He averaged 24.6 points per game, and he has 6 titles, which is very impressive.
He had the most points of all time. 38,387, which is crazy. But, like, to be fair, he did play 20 seasons, so I mean, he had a lot of time to get those points.
So for the rest, I have Shaq at 2, Wilt Chamberlain at 3, Bill Russell at 4, and Hakeem Olajuwon at 5. Shaq is probably one of or my favorite player of all time. He was just so dominant. Wilt, I'm sure everyone knows about his 100-point game. He'll be a Sixers legend and a Warriors legend. I put Bill Russell at 4 because he won 11 championships, which is just unbelievable. So I put him at the 4. I liked Wilt over Bill Russell, though. So that's why I put Bill at 4. And then I put Hakeem Olajuwon from the Rockets at 5.
Yeah, I did. My list was Kareem, and then I had Shaq, and then I had Bill Russell, then I had Wilt Chamberlain, and then I had Moses Malone, number 5. See, I think we differed with Bill Russell, right? So I had Bill Russell up there because, you know, although he might not score as many points as the other people on the list, he definitely 100% was a very well-rounded player who could do things that other players of his generation were not doing. Like he was consistently scoring. He was just an amazing postseason player for sure. He really shined in the playoffs. But yeah, I think he's definitely number 3rd spot for me.
I just put Will at 3 because he averaged 30.1 points per game, and Bill Russell at 22.5.
All right, I guess that does it for this episode, guys. So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Give us some more feedback in the comments too. We definitely like to hear from you guys. I guess that's it. Peace. I'm talking about Karl Malone. That's why I got the Malones mixed up. Shoot.
Nady. Want me to...
What about Kevin Malone? His chili's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Let me just read.
Was that Kevin's last name?
Kevin Malone? Yeah.
Huh.